Hello guys, today is 29th of July. It's been almost a month since my last video, and today is really important day for me because on 29th of January I escaped from Russia. So today is half a year since I'm living abroad, since I'm living in China and traveling all over the Asia. And I had a lot of things to share. I had a lot of things to say during this month, but I didn't record any video because these days it's so hot outside. It's almost plus 30, 32 almost every day. So usually I'm just staying at home, staying inside, or even if I go out, I usually stay at a coffee shop. So I don't really think that making a video at the coffee shop is such a great idea. I usually prefer to stay outside at the park, just like now. I came to the biggest park of our city, of Bauto, and here's a lot of people. It's really beautiful. You can see flowers behind me, so beautiful. But it was really hard to find a good spot to take a video because it's not really allowed to go on the grass. So I came here to some trees, to the place with no grass, but still have a beautiful view behind me because I love nature. So yeah, and I just went to the new coffee shop. They call themselves like uh, triple coffee, something like that. Cubic coffee, cubic coffee. The design is really beautiful, and the cup is like 1 liter of iced americano, and I paid only like 15 renminbi. It's about $2 for a big, extremely large cup of coffee. And also they gave me a small gift. They gave me a plastic cup, their brand plastic cup, crafting classic coffee. I think you can see that. Cubic coffee, really beautiful, and it's included in those 15 renminbi. So I paid $2 for 1 liter of iced americano and a big cup. It's really beautiful. I think I will use it at home as my main cup to drink some water because these days I'm only drinking water and americano outside. Yeah, I'm trying to take care of my skin, of my health. I'm trying to reduce the amount of sugar I consume. I'm trying to cut all the soft drinks like Coke or Fanta because when I came back from South Korea a month ago, I decided that it's time to change. It's time to change my habits, my daily habits. Time to change my skin and start to work on my skin because as you can see, my skin looks a bit better these days. I'm a bit more glassy. Yeah, and my goal now is to achieve some like that beautiful glassy Korean skin. But it takes time. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of energy to keep going, to keep moving, not to give up. And it's really hard, but I think just like in everything with our life, in our life, hard work pays off. So you really need to have discipline to achieve everything. Just like people are going to the gym like every day for half a year, for a year to achieve a great body. It's discipline, you know? And the same for me. I want to change my skin. I want to become more beautiful and have more healthy skin. So it also takes some discipline, and I think it's good. It's almost, I think it's already a month since I started, and I can see the difference, the glow up I have. And so I think it's time to keep going and not to give up. Yeah, and I had a lot of things to share. Oh my god, I hope my tripod will not fall down because it's the cheapest tripod from Taobao, like for 10 renminbi is about like $1.50. But yeah, so I had a lot of things to share, but I lost some thoughts I had and I didn't mark them in my notes, unfortunately. Yeah, it's already like half a year since I'm living in China, and I have a lot of things what happened to me, and a lot of things I realized, and a lot of struggle I have to face here because I don't speak Chinese, and it's just like a new country for me, a new culture. So since I'm living in a small city in the north, like the entire population of the city is nearly like 2.5 million. So for some of you who watch this video, it's like a lot of people. It's like a big city, but since like we're in China, where the entire population is about 1.5 billion people, it's not a lot. It's like a village. It's like a village, yeah. So it's not really funny here. It's a bit boring. Sometimes I have nothing to do. There's a lot of people, but most of them are staying at home or driving a car. It's really hard to meet somebody on the street, some funny people. And sometimes I see some young people just like my age, and back home I could really make friends with them easily. I was so communicative person. I was never struggling to make new friends and blah blah blah. But here it's really hard. It's really hard for me because I don't speak Chinese. And yeah, I just realized like maybe a month ago that actually I had to learn Chinese, but I was paying my attention on some other things to learn about. And yeah, I don't speak Chinese, and most of people here they don't speak none of my languages. And yeah, I'm not saying that they have to speak Russian, no, but English, I don't know. Nobody speaks English here. It's really hard to meet somebody who speaks English in this city. So usually I'm just staying at home or going out and having fun with my laptop, acting like I have some things to do, like I'm a busy person, like typical coffee shop guy with a laptop with his MacBook. Yeah, I came back from my short trip. Those who subscribed on my Instagram, and I think it's nearly half of my audience. Like I have how many? 6 subscribers? Probably 3 or 4 of them are subscribed on my Instagram. You could see that I went to Thailand, Vietnam, and Singapore. I spent 4 days in Thailand, 1 day in Vietnam, and nearly 9 hours in Singapore. And it was really funny. It was my first time to go Thailand because I have some friends there from Russia, 2 friends. It was really funny to visit that place. It was really beautiful, but too hot for me and a bit dirty. So I'm not a big fan of Southeast Asia. It's like Thailand, Vietnam neither, because it was my second time in Vietnam. First time I went there maybe 3 months ago, but I went to Hanoi. I met so many foreigners, funny foreigners, but at the same time I don't really like the vibe of the city and the vibe of the country itself. This time I went to Ho Chi Minh City, and it was kind of funny, but also poor and dirty. I don't like such places because for me, when I was going abroad, when I was living from Russia, my goal was to go to the better place than my home, to a more clean place, more safe, I don't know, with higher standard of living. And China is a place like that for me. China feels better than Russia, but Thailand and Vietnam no. Singapore was really great. I love Singapore. It looks like a dream place, one of those dream places. Yeah, but it's so expensive. I barely could afford a bottle of water there because a bottle of water, like half a liter, costs about 3 Singaporean dollars. I think it's nearly like 2.5 American dollars USD. So it's really expensive, really pricey. But the city looks great, like awesome. I would say it's one of the most beautiful cities I've ever visited. It feels there like you're living in a garden, like in a big garden. It's so beautiful, really, but so expensive. And of course it makes sense. People are working in some banks there. It's like financial capital of Asia. So it makes sense that it's really expensive. And for me, it looks like a good place to stay in the future. But it depends on my university and my studies because I'm still waiting for my university admission from Malaysia. I contacted the officer, the admission officer of my faculty. She asked me to provide some state exam results, and I sent her a PDF file. And it was really hard to find it. First of all, because in Russia we don't have paper-based state exam results anymore since like 2014. And she asked me for that document, and I don't, where can I get it? So I had to contact my high school. So they issued me a paper, official paper with a stamp of our school and a signature of our principal that I passed exams 2 years ago in 2024. So yeah, I sent this PDF file to the admission officer, and I'm still waiting for her reply. And it really pisses me off that sometimes I have to wait for a week, 2 weeks for a reply for her email. Last time it took me 2 weeks to get her response, and she just texted me that I don't accept screenshots. I need a real file. I need a document, which is not exist anymore in my country. So it's really sad. Waiting is like the worst thing in my life. I hate waiting. I love to get a response immediately because it's really important for me. I really hope that you will accept me because I have IELTS exam. I have a good GPA score from my high school. I have not the worst state exam results. So yeah. For those who don't know, I applied to University Malaya. It's the main university of Malaysia, top 1 university, QS rating 56th university in the world for international business major, bachelor degree. Because I got kicked, I was not accepted by Seoul National University. And I was not surprised about that because Seoul National University is like the best university of South Korea, 38th QS rating. It's really high. So I was not surprised and I was not really upset about it. But now I'm waiting for University of Malaya because I really like the program. I researched some information about the uni and it really fits me, at least based on what I know about it. It's a bit dirty on the bottom because I put it on the ground. I don't have any blanket to cover the ground here. Yeah. So my life is going. I have kind of interesting, but at the same time boring life. This is really interesting about my life that from one side it's really funny and I'm traveling, I'm living abroad, I'm living my best life probably compared to some other people of my age from my country, to my ex-classmates, to my friends. But at the same time it's really boring. It's really boring. I have nothing to do. Usually I don't even have people to talk with here in person. I have to make voice and video calls with my friends from Russia, from other countries, some of my Korean friends. Yeah, but I like here. Life here is really calm and quiet. It's peaceful here, and this is what's really important for me because for those who are from Russia or those who are from overseas, but they hear some news about my country, you might know that our country is not safe anymore. For the past like 3 years, we have drone attacks in Moscow hitting our oil refineries. We have oil crisis there. The inflation, the political situation, everything is unstable there. So yeah, like I cannot say that this place is bad because it's still better than my home. It's much safer. But yeah, the main problem for me is the lack of socialization. I don't have friends here. I don't have friends. This is so hard. It's so hard to make friends here because I don't know. The cultural difference is really big. I had Chinese friends back home from China. They were exchange students or just foreign students. They were funny, but I think those who are studying abroad, they are so different from those who are living inside their country. Just like myself, I'm so different from those people who are staying in Russia because I'm living abroad, I'm going to study abroad. I yeah. So when I came here, I expected that people will be just like back home, like those Chinese people I used to be friends with. But no, people here are so different. Culture is a bit different, and sometimes I just don't understand the way of thinking of Chinese people who are living here. And for me, maybe it's like some kind of struggle, but at the same time, I cannot say that it's a bad thing because we all are different. We're living in different countries, different cultures. We have different background, different experience. So that's what makes us humans. But still, I'm a bit sad about it because when I went to Thailand and I met with my friends, I was really happy. I was really happy about it because we didn't see each other for like half a year, yeah. Because I met with one of my Thai friends like maybe in 2 days before I left Russia. And I was really happy to meet her. I was really happy to communicate, to talk, to have some fun, and just visit her country. Yeah. So now I'm waiting for my university admission because I really want to go to Malaysia to start my studies, to finally like jump in this student life, to finally live for a reason, because here now I would say that I don't understand and I don't have any reason to wake up tomorrow. It might sound a bit depressed or like I want to kill myself, but it's not. Just when I used to live in Russia, when I was living in Russia, I used to be a student, a low degree student for 2 years. Yeah, for those who don't know, I used to be a low student for 2 years. But then, of course, I dropped my uni and left Russia, but it's another story. So every day when I was waking up, I knew that I have to go to the uni, I have to go to study, and after that, I have my part-time job at the coffee shop, at the bakery, where I will meet with my friends, when I will have some fun. So I had a reason to wake up in the morning. But here, since I don't have work, because I'm on a tourist visa, I'm not going to work illegally. I don't want to break the law. And especially now, since it's already almost August, I have just like a month before going to another country to study. I hope so. And here, my daily life, my just normal day looks pretty the same all the time. I just wake up around 11, do my morning routine, drink some water, have a breakfast, go out to some coffee shop with my laptop, watch some YouTube. I don't know, reading some articles about my major. Yeah, I'm trying to learn something for my uni if I get accepted. Hope so. So I'm trying to learn, to prepare, to get some knowledge, which might be helpful on my like first steps of my studies. Oh my god, I have only 15% on my phone. And yeah. And then at 6:30, I'm just going back home. Maybe going to sleep. Maybe watching some videos. So my life is really not so productive. I have maybe like a couple of friends here. And yeah, we meet sometimes, but you know, they are working. Like they are working people, not like me. I'm unemployed. I'm a professional unemployed person. Yeah, so I have to live with myself these days. I really got my get myself on the feeling, catch myself on the feeling that I'm living with myself, with my own, and I have to have fun with myself. It's really hard sometimes. Really, it feels so boring. So you end up doom scrolling some videos on Instagram or scrolling your YouTube feed, trying to find some video, but you're just like scrolling for an hour and you don't watch anything. Yeah. So it's really boring. It's really boring. I understand that living with no friends, with no people around you, it's really hard. It's really hard, but it also feels like a lesson for the better future, for the future. A lesson that sometimes you will have a moment in your life when you have to stay with yourself and rely on yourself. You will have no shoulder which you can put your head on, you know? You will have to rely only on yourself, deal with everything by yourself, and just keep going. Keep pushing, because sometimes our life is like that. It's really changeable, and sometimes I don't know, maybe God puts us in some situations where we have to stay by ourselves, when we have no support, when we have nobody to give you an advice, nobody to talk with. And I always told to all my friends that the best thing people have is an opportunity to communicate with other people. That's what makes us humans. I think that really the best thing in our life we have is that we can communicate with other people, get some knowledge, get some emotions, and get fun. You know, it's so funny to communicate with other people. And sometimes I just miss that. I miss that feeling I had in Russia, because I had so many friends, couple of Russian friends. I would say that in the last 2 years, and okay, 1.5 years staying in Russia, most of my friends were foreigners. So you cannot say that I just cannot communicate with people of other cultures. No, I can. I can do that. I can do that perfectly. But here it's really hard, because the language barrier, it's a really big problem. And cultural barrier, it's also a big problem. So sometimes you need to prepare yourself better, or just try to find a hobby or find something what will help you to go through this period without losing your mind. Sometimes it's really hard to save your mind, to keep yourself, your brain sharp. Yeah, that's it. That's what I wanted to say, you know? I don't know if you see that, but my skin looks a bit better, a bit glassy, but maybe it's just oil, just some oil my face produced now. I don't know. But I think it looks still better than before. And yeah, it's plus 30 today. Thanks God that I'm standing under the tree, so in some shadow. It's not that hot, because today is so hot, and it's always like that here. Always hot. When I went to Thailand and Vietnam, it's also hot there, but there's like high humidity, and it feels a bit better. Here it feels so hard for me. I cannot stay here normally. I cannot live here. It's so hard for me, because you know that I'm from Russia. I was born in a cold country. Like 9 out of 12 months we have winter. So yeah, you couldn't expect that I will live well here, that I will feel better well here. Yeah, it's really hard to live here. So hot. And I dress just like a typical Chinese person, you can see that. I have anti-UV jacket and some pants like that. Yeah, I don't really like to wear shorts because for me, I don't know, it's not so beautiful. I prefer to cover my hands and my legs. I don't know. I don't like when people see my hair, my body hair. So, yeah. Iced Americano really helps here. And yeah, I understand Koreans now because when I was living in Russia, I knew this stereotype that Koreans are always drinking Americano, iced Americano. I don't like why. And when I went to South Korea, I saw that really they are drinking iced Americano instead of water. Like nobody drinks water. Everybody drink Americano. Americano. Iced Americano. And I don't like, what the heck? But in Korea, when I came back to China, I started drinking and I understand like, wow, it's so fucking good. Like you feel hydrated. You feel like it's not that hot. It's like reduce the heat you have in your body. Yeah, and it's really delicious because I love coffee. You know, I used to work at the coffee shop for 2 years. I have had been working there for 2 years. Like, I became a coffee addict. I'm like coffee is my drug. Yeah, I said sound pretty millennial. Like my body's 80% made of coffee, but it's true. I fucking love coffee. And there's a big problem here in this city. There's not a lot of coffee shops, and like the Western style coffee shops, you know, like a big space where you can take a seat, chill for like an hour, take your laptop, and have some fun. No, most of coffee shops here are take and go, like Cootie Cafe, Raisin Coffee. They call it like Luckin Coffee. They're so small. They're usually like 1 or 2 seats, and it's not for people with laptops at all. Yeah, and I have a couple of big coffee shops nearby my home, but prices are fucking crazy. We have Starbucks, and if the normal cup of coffee at the typical Chinese coffee shop costs about like 10 RMB, it's about $1 and $1.2. At Starbucks, they ask $3. What the heck? Sometimes even like $5. I think like, what the hell? Why that expensive? I mean, there's no reason for that. I'm just paying more. I have to pay more just for like wide brand tax. The same with McDonald's and Burger King here. Like all these wide brands, like Western brands, are so expensive compared to Chinese and Alex, and I don't understand it. Really, it doesn't make any sense. When I went to South Korea, I went to Starbucks with my friend, and it was cheaper than here. I was like, what? Like, why? I mean, China is not that rich. Like, the average salary here is much lower than in South Korea, but prices for Starbucks, McDonald's, Burger King are higher. This is crazy. But I think it's good for Chinese companies because they have a lot of opportunities to grow here, to compete, and maybe it was made by government, by Chinese Communist Party, that Western brands have to be more expensive than local ones. Because in my home, I would say that we don't have our own brands. And even if we had, they were terrible. And prices were higher than at McDonald's and like other Western brands. So I think maybe it's like some of the policies of the Communist Party here. I don't know. But I think it's good. I mean, it's good for the country because, I don't know, they're paying taxes here and all the money company makes are staying here inside China. And they provide like job for people here. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's good. So yeah. Oh my goodness. couldn't ever imagine that I will live in China, and it's already like half a year. Today is really half a year. Today is my anniversary. 6 months since I immigrated from Russia. Woohoo! But I really miss Russia sometimes. People, I miss people. I miss all my friends. I miss my father. My father still lives in Russia. Some of my friends are still living in Russia, but most of them left our city. And most of my friends, since they were foreigners, they finished their studies already and they came back to their homes. Some people came back to Korea, to Indonesia, to Thailand. Some people are in Latin America already. So it's really sad for me, but life is going, and life doesn't end here. It doesn't end here. So we need to keep going, keep moving. And I hope you guys, my 6 subscribers I have, feel well. I hope you have some great plans and you're like targeting for higher position in this life. You're trying to get some success, achieve some success, and develop yourself. Because I think one of the most important things is never stop developing, never stop growing and learning and studying. As I tell to my friends, I have some friends who are much older than I, about 35, 38 years old, and they keep telling me, no, I'm too old for that. I'm too old. No, you are young, you're 20, you have so much energy. And I keep telling them, guys, it's never too late, and you can say something like that only when you are dead and you're underground. Like you're already buried in the ground. Okay, you can give up. You can stop pursuing your dreams. You can stop fighting for your place under the sun. But when you're like still alive, you have to go and you have to move and you have to fight. Guys, this is the life. Life is so interesting. You know, as Elton John sing, there's more to be seen than could ever be seen. So there's more to do than could ever be done. It's a circle of life. So yeah, I hope everything goes smooth for you. Even if it's not, don't quit. Everything will be fine. Not now, in a month. Not in a month, in a year. But you will be fine. And your life will be fine. And things will go smooth for you, for your family, for your friends, and for me also, I hope. So, yeah. Just wanted to talk with my camera because I bought a tripod, I have my phone, I have my Inst 360 screen. I took my iPhone 4 because I have only 2 phones. I wanted to take a video of how I'm taking this video, but unfortunately my phone just died. Yeah, iPhone 4 battery is like awesome since it's already like super old. Yeah, and stop scrolling TikTok, guys. It's really bad for your health. I think that's all what I could say for today. It's already half an hour. Oh my goodness. Well, you can watch my videos as a podcast, as a like white noise. Just play some games and listen for me. I don't know. I hope it's safe to take my phone like that. But you can see, it's really beautiful here. Damn, seems like I had to put my phone here. I'll look much better here. But it's too late. I'm not going to make one more half an hour video. I have no time and I have no energy because I don't use any script. I say everything from my heart. Let me speak from my heart. Yes. And stay hydrated and take care of your skin, take care of your health, take care of your body, even if it's expensive now and you think it's expensive, like you have to use SPF every day, and you think like, oh my god, $5 for SPF is too expensive. Guys, it's an investment. You spend $5 like once in 2 months now, so you can save thousands of dollars in the future, because if you don't use SPF, maybe you will have some skin problems, health problems, and in the future when you'll be like 50, 60, you'll have to pay a lot of money. So it's better to start taking care of your health, your skin, of your body, everything. Take care now, so future you will thank you. Like, you will be thankful to yourself. Don't try to apply a philosophy. Don't try to think like, oh, it's a problem of me in the future. No, guys, you have to take care of yourself now, so in the future your life will be better. I think that's all. Now it's really that's all. So everybody have a nice day, and just keep going and love yourself, love your family, and have fun. May God bless you. Oh, I have a pool. Yeah, my tripod has this thing. I can press the button and my video will stop recording. So 3, 2, 1.